Hello, everyone. I was recently having a conversation with a friend and I said something that they seemed to disagree with. And what I said was, I'm not special. And they were like, no, yes, you are. And I know that they were saying that in a loving way. It was coming from a good place. But I wasn't saying it in a negative or disempowering way. I was actually saying it because to me, it brings so much freedom and empowerment knowing that I'm not special. And what I mean by that is there was a time in my life where I kind of thought that I was. I thought that my experience was so unique to me that no one else in the world could possibly have gone through something like this or begin to understand it. And that was when I was going through my divorce. I was thinking, I'm obviously the only person in the world, right, who has married my high school sweetheart, thinking that we were going to be together forever, and then have it my whole world come crashing down because of a mental illness, something that wasn't his fault, something that wasn't my fault. And then, like, within days, I was going through this whirlwind. And then I was having to navigate the waters of going through this traumatic divorce. And for a long time, I thought that no one else could possibly understand what this is like. No one else could possibly go through something like this or something this bad. And what I learned in that season is feeling special in that way, feeling like your trauma is so unique that no one else has gone through it before can feel really, really lonely. And I didn't like that feeling. And when I started being a little bit more open with other people that didn't know me as well, being open about my story and my experience, what I started finding out was that there were a lot of women that I looked up to, people that really had it all together, who were successful career women, who loved their life and, had new relationships and were really blossoming and thriving. I learned that these people had gone through something similar. And it, while I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, I think it's really empowering to know that we're not alone. We're not alone in our experience. And maybe your traumatic experience isn't a messy divorce. I certainly hope it's not. I actually thought that me being special in that season meant that I was taking one for the team and that no one else would have to go through something like that. But what I learned was that unfortunately that's not the case. We all go through really hard things. I was actually one of the first people that I knew to get divorced, but I know that I'm certainly not the last. There have been others after me. I've heard of other friends having to go through it, and it really sucks. But I know that they're gonna be okay, and I know that because I'm not special and because I wound up getting through it. And if my trauma isn't special, then my healing and my redemption and my success and everything that came after that doesn't have to be special either. So that's the part that I find so awesome and so empowering and so freeing, is that if I'm not special, that means that you can do this too. And that's really what I am on a mission to do and to share with other people, is to show them growth, even in the face of adversity. Even when you've been through some really hard stuff, you can come out of it. You can pull yourself up. You can lean on the people that love you, and you can do things to better your situation. So when I say I'm not special, you're not special either, what I certainly don't mean is that you don't matter. That part couldn't be further from the truth. And I think that people associate something being special with it mattering, or with it having a higher value. And the thing is, our situations not being special doesn't mean that they don't matter. It actually means the opposite. It actually means that we can have an even greater impact on the people around us, because the things that we struggle with are the things that make us human. And it means that you can have an even bigger impact on the people and the world around you. So whether you like it or not, whether you intend for it to happen or not, you the way you live your life, the way that you talk to other people, and just your everyday interactions do have a large impact on the people around you, and therefore on the world around you in the community that you live in. So when I say you're not special, it doesn't mean that you're not important, and it doesn't mean that you're not impactful, because your impact is huge. And I think that that's something that we all need to realize, and we all need to really grasp and take responsibility for, because that is a big responsibility. The way that you talk to your spouse, the way that you talk to the person at the grocery store, it matters. It matters to them in their day. There are people that share things with me and say things to me where I'm like, wow, I'm so blessed that they said that, and I'm so grateful that they shared that, because it made my day. And I think that that's just a teeny tiny piece of how impactful we are, but it's one that I wanted to highlight because it's something that means a lot to me. So as you're navigating your journey, I don't know where you are in this season of life. Maybe you are in the thick of it. Maybe you are going through an experience that right now seems like no one can really understand. What I want you to know is that this isn't an experience that's completely unique to you, but it is one that you can use. It's one that you can grow from, because all of the turmoil, all of the hard things in our lives are made and given to us to shape us and make us better and stronger. And that is probably not helpful information right now. And I will never say to people, I hate the phrase, God won't give you anything that you can't handle, because I don't think that there's anything that could be further from the truth. For me personally, I know that I could not handle that situation alone, for sure. I could not handle that situation without the help of my parents and the love that they gave me. I couldn't handle that situation without my faith and the things that I've leaned on. So I will never tell someone, God will never give you anything that you can't handle, because he will. he will, in order to help you grow and thrive and change into the person that you're meant to be. I will, however, say that he'll never give you anything that he can't handle. So I hope that if you're a person that is going through it, that you're able to lean on your faith, and you're able to know that it might feel like you can't get through this right now, but there are people in your life, and I hope that you have a faith that you can lean on, because that's what got me through it. But if you're a person that's out the other side, know that because your situation isn't special to you, you can use it to help other people. You can use it to change the way that you treat people. You can use it to change the way that you interact in this world. And that is going to have profound impact on those around you. Before we end this episode, I want to give a quick life update. And that is just that I was so sick last week. I was down for the count. And I didn't realize that being sick and being pregnant at the same time is like the worst possible combination in the universe of humanity, it feels like. And again, I'm making my situation seem really special and crazy, but it's not. I know I'm not the first pregnant woman to be sick, but I really hope I am the last. I honestly do, because that was rough. So I wouldn't wish that on anybody either, but I'm out the other side, and I got 2 months to go. So I'm excited to meet this baby. I'm excited to have him out, and I'm excited to feel like getting my body back in something that resembles like it being, mine again. And I know I've mentioned before that I'm really trying to enjoy this second half of the pregnancy, because I really, really, really did not enjoy the first half. And I have to say, the second half has also been hard. It's been a struggle. It's been a learning and growing journey. And I know that having a newborn is also going to be a difficult learning, growing journey. And that's okay. And we're going to get through it. And I'm still going to work on enjoying the second half, enjoying the growing and the kicking. And the kicking has gotten so much stronger that it feels really weird. And so, yeah, it's just, it's an experience like nothing else, that is for sure. And the fact that so many women have done this, and so many women have done it multiple times, is still like mind boggling to me. And the other thing that's mind-boggling is being just over 6 months pregnant and having my glucose test and my doctor's appointment this week. My doctor said to me, okay, so the baby's about 3 pounds now. He's going to obviously double in size before he's born. And my brain was like, because while mathematically, I know that it's not realistic to give birth to a fully grown 3-pound baby. I know that. I know that he was going to reach approximately 6 to 8 pounds. So the math made sense. It was like the physical realization of like, he's going to double in size and that's going to be happening in my body. And as much as like my insides feel squished and crushed now, that's gonna double. That's gonna happen. So yeah, so it is a journey. And if it's one that you're going on, please share with me. We can work through this together. But yeah, it's been interesting. And I'm excited. And the birth part, while it's scary, I'm also like weirdly excited about it because that's such a peculiar experience. I say peculiar like it's not how we all got here, but yeah, I think it's gonna be interesting, and I'm excited to see what my body can do. I think I'm a pretty tough cookie, and I think I can make it. Also, like I've said before, I have a doula, so hopefully she helps, and my awesome husband is going to be cheering me on, and I have good doctors, so it's all going to be good. But I got 2 months left, and I just wanted to share that little nugget of an update. But that's what's going on in my life, and I hope that this message serves you. And if it does, please be sure to leave me a 5-star review if you're listening to this on Apple or Spotify. And if you're listening on YouTube, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That will really help me get my message out there. So thanks again. See you next time.